Hi guys, and welcome to another WordPress Divi theme e-commerce site build. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've been building this e-commerce site here with the Divi theme from Elegant Themes. If you don't have it, you can get it from my link below this video. It is an affiliate link. It won't make any difference to your price, but it'll be doing me a favor if you use that one. So we're going to continue on and let's create a contact page for our site. So if we go to our dashboard, go down to pages, and we'll hit add new. You can also do it from new at the top there if you prefer that way. And we'll use the Divi builder. We just want to put a text field in here. It's going to say contact us. And let's make that heading 1 and put it in the middle. Just add a bit of text to this. There we go, that'll do. I think I'll center that text as well. And let's save that. Now we want to add a contact form. Let's add another row. I want to think about what I want to do here. Let's try one a third and 2/3. And we'll put our address here. Something like that. And let's just save that. And here we want to insert a contact form. Divi makes it really easy for you. Here's a contact form. And you can get some, this is what comes up generically, but you can get some really complex forms going on here with conditional logic and everything else. It's very clever. But for our purposes today, let's just we'll just use the name, email and message forms here. And we'll say, how may we help? I think I'll do another video. I'll just put this in. I think I'll do another video about these forms on their own and show you how to use the conditional logic. Because it's really useful if you're doing much more complex forms. And here we just put in the email address where you want your message to be sent, which is your email address that you like to receive messages through. We don't need to put out a message pattern. Display capture you can do if you want to. I'm just going to let it go here. The capture is where you have to click on this or put a number in that equals the sum that's on the page to prove that you're not a bot. We don't need to redirect it. We don't want to put a specific background in there. So let's have a look here. Name is the ID of the field, the title. It's an input field. You've got all kind of things to choose from. Email fields, text boxes, check boxes, radio buttons, and a drop down with various things in there. And you can choose whether to allow symbols, give it a minimum length or a maximum length. Required field, yep, I'm going to leave mine all required. There's the conditional logic that I was talking about, which you can use for if they fill out a certain field or a checkbox, another box will appear asking a different question. So you can get quite complex there. We don't want a background, so let's just save that. Let's see what we've got so far. Let's just have a look here. Hitting that little icon that was right there. I just want to put an address title in up here. Let's save that and exit. And then here, just give it. And we'll make that, I think a heading 2 will probably do it. Save that. Let's take a proper peek. We'll publish the page. And once published, we'll just hit the preview button. Okay, I'd like to see, yeah, that needs to be bigger, so that's an H1 there. This, probably want a bit more space there. And the actual background for our page, I think we'll use something similar to our checkout page. Something similar to this. So let's go back. A lot of this we can do with the visual builder, but I'll just do this first bit right here. Put a page background in here. And I'll go to photograph, hit the plus. And I'll use, we'll probably get away with using one that's not that long, but we'll see. See what this one is. It's got that lady on the right there. Let's set that one as a background. We can always change it again. I'm not going to use the parallax effect. We'll save that. Now let's add our standard sections from our library, which is our footer and our little countdown thing that we've had going there. So there's the green counter. And below that, let's add the actual footer. Got on all the other pages. Might decide to put a full-length Google map in here. We'll do that next. Let's update that. And preview our changes. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this we'll tweak with our... Got to put a little divider in there to make that look good, but those are working fine. That background image is okay. Does kind of make that disappear though, doesn't it? So we may swap that one out. Let's change our titles to something more with the styling that we've got here. So let's enable the visual builder. And let's see what this text, this style of this text was that we've got going here. Okay, it's Volcorn, so let's use that for our headings up here as well. And we'll make them our blue color. So let's close that down. Let's just edit this little piece. Now the text is okay, but we want to go into the design and we want to edit the heading text, which is H1, and I want the Volcorn. There it is. And for the color, we want that blue color, which is 10 CACA. There we go. That's fine. We'll just copy that. And we also want to do the same thing for this down here. I think that was actually bold. Let's have a look, see what size this was. Actually our H2 that we've got going on there. That's 41 pixels. That's fine. Let's just change this to the same as we've got going on there. I think it was bold. And 41 pixels. Yeah, I think it looks better as regular. Let's just keep that. So 41 regular, and we'll do the same for these other ones here. Go into this module and change the heading for this one. Make this a heading 1. Volcorn, fantastic. Italic, size 42, fantastic. And as you see, that blue's kind of cutting this out, so we'll change that in a moment. Let's also do the heading on this one. Now you can set all this up in your customizer as well, so every time you put this in, those headings will automatically be like that. We just didn't do that earlier. Now let's put a little bit more space between those two. That's fine. And change this background image we've got going on here. Something with a little less blue. Hit the trash can. And let's add a different image. We might use this one again. It's got less blue over here. Could do a different alignment. I think we want that perhaps. Top center, I think. There we are, that's a little bit better there. And you can read all this, so we're happy with that. Yeah, I do want to put a bit of drop shadow under those boxes there. Yeah, I think that makes them stand out a little better, so we'll leave that one there. And we're happy with that button. That button's fine. It's got our correct colors on it. So just need to add on the bottom of this section or the top of this section. Let's do the bottom of this section. A divider so that goes into there a little easier. We'll use that curly one. We want to put it on the bottom of this section. And we've had quite a lot of luck, I think, with that curly one right there. Yep, that'll work fine. Save that. Okay, so I think we're happy with that. What I'm going to do in the next video, I'm going to add a full width Google map. But we'll do that in the next one. So let's just save our changes. And once they're saved, exit the Visual Builder. So there you have it. There's your basic contact page. I hope you found that useful. If you have, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in web development, take one of our web development courses below. We've got some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. There's also some great free courses down there, so do take a look. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.